emails here, RAD at radradio.com. First one is from Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
She says, it is my birthday tomorrow, and I would love to get one of Rob's famous hellos.
Oh, man.
As it shall be my last chance since I am turning an elderly 29.
Well, that is not old.
No, 30.
Please.
30's old.
No, it is not.
So yes, it is your last chance, but you're not elderly yet. You got another year. So,
life gets better after you're 20.
Hello.
Oh, Rob.
She says it would make my day and would probably be the best thing since stupid March. I'm so very proud of myself as I have been learning so many new things at my job as a badass heavy equipment operator.
Whoa.
And enjoy you all every day as I run my noisy tractors.
That's awesome. Good for you, girl.
Also, to anyone who has met Dawn recently and not been able to hug her, I met her at Halloween at Fire Up, and she does give the best of hugs.
Oh, sweet.
She can also give you a bunch of cooties, too. And this is from Maggot Alex. Says, I'm ready to ask for a birthday shout-out for both me and my twin, Andy. I got myself a pack of brine from the Stupid Store.
Superstore.
And a sourdough hoodie, loaf only, from the Maggot Mall.
Nice.
And I'm excited to pick up the hoodie. The brine came on Tuesday.
Lucky brine.
Oh, my
And I know it'll be amazing because I use it every year. Great way to do a birthday shout-out, barely mentioning your twin brother and then promoting both the Stupid Store
Superstore.
and the Maggot Mall.
Oh, happy birthday, now eat your f***ing cake. Happy birthday or we'll punch you in the face.
What?
Ruh-roh.
Are you serious with this? We just got this from Ron.
Hi, Ron.
8:36 a.m. He says, good morning, guys. Just announced on Apple News, Trump and Melania have COVID.
What?
Just wanted to pass this on so you can let your
thank
listeners
you.
know.
Ron, thank you so much. Oh, my gosh, we had no idea.
Not only that, if I hope that's not true because that doesn't say much about Apple News since that news broke actually last night and we've been talking about it all morning.
I wonder what's going to happen with Barron. Is he going to have to be separated from his family?
Oh, that's a good point. Oh,
Thank God we already worked our way through that and every other possible scenario, Ron, you dip blank. Let's talk to Steve Mickelson, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Good morning, Steve.
Yay, Steve.
Good morning.
All right,
Sunday
buddy.
morning.
We got a lot of sports to talk about. Let us get to our pigskin picks, which are posted at radradio.com. We pick every game, winners and losers, no point spreads. And as Steve mentioned, he had faith for some reason in those Jets last night, so he got that wrong, which means going into the weekend, Steve's still in first place, but only by 2 games over me.
Whoa.
4 games over Brandon. And Dawn and her negative attitude are in last place.
By
with
how many?
8 games behind.
Oh, totally have a chance.
We were going to talk about that Titans-Steelers game because they're both undefeated. So it was a big game, but we'll have to wait until that happens. So let's start, Steve. The Buffalo Bills are at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders!
Right now, the Bills are a 3-point favorite. They are 3-0 after their big come-from-behind win last week over the Rams. Even though they blew a huge lead to allow the Rams to retake the lead. But the Bills are averaging 31 points per game, led by, yes, MVP candidate, quarterback Josh Allen, who's thrown already for over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only 1 interception so far this season. When you think of the Bills' offense, you think of a run-heavy offense. That has not been the case for the Bills this year, as Allen has stretched the field with every chance he gets. Running back Devin Singletary is a big dual threat out of this backfield. The Raiders, on the other hand, they need to show they are a caliber team here and rebound after that loss to the Patriots. Look for the Raiders to continue to pound the ball and play physical. Running back Josh Jacobs, he's rushed for 252 yards, 3 touchdowns on the season. Derek Carr has played well, 74% completion, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he's been throwing the ball downfield more oftenly. Look for Carr to get the ball to Waller in this game as safety Micah Hyde, who's the Bills' second leading tackler, is questionable for the game. I have the Raiders winning because I think they need to show they're a playoff team. If they go and lose to the Bills here, my thought of the Raiders drops significantly.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah. Well, and plus, as Dawn's pointing out in the background, it's such a big rivalry. The rivalry between the Bills and the Raiders.
If they're not now, they used to be. They most definitely definitely used to be 100%.
They are not rivals.
Okay, well, they might not be now.
They've never been rivals.
Yes, they have. Oh, yes,
They weren't
have.
rivals back in the 90s when the Raiders went into Buffalo and got blown out in the playoff game like 52-10 or something like that.
They almost definitely
I'm thinking back to Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas.
Right.
Sorry, Raider.
Yeah.
Going way back, they most definitely were rivals at one point.
No, they never
100%. Yes, they were.
They never were.
Absolutely, they
First of all-
were.
First of all, they're bi-coastal. They're not even in the same division.
gosh.
They've never been rivals.
Oh my gosh, yes, they have.
And in the next break, Dawn will realize whatever team she's actually thinking
No, I
of.
know they have a bunch of rivals, and the Bills, apparently not now, but they used to be a million years ago. Absolutely.
Never.
Oh,
As we've just
my
covered
gosh. I wish my father was alive. God rest his soul.
Maybe it was a rivalry to the Bills, but I don't think the Raiders at any time have ever taken the Bills seriously enough to consider them a rival.
They
You
have
guys
not.
are wrong.
They're never
You guys
happened.
are wrong.
Let's get to the Sunday night game. See, I got to tell you, Steve, the 49ers, if they were going to, as if you could control this, if they were going to control when they were injury laden, they picked the right time of their schedule because they've been playing teams that are much weaker than them, but they better get healthy quick. But they've got another shot here Sunday night. The Eagles are at the Niners.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the injuries are huge in this game. The 49ers right now are a 7-point favorite. You know, both teams have been devastated by the injuries. The Eagles, they have 4 wide receivers listed as questionable, along with their starting running back, Miles Sanders. Carson Wentz, he continues to struggle with little help from his wide receivers, and his offensive line has been fighting the injury bug as well. Wentz, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the year. The Eagles' defense has been decent, but it really has not received a whole lot of help from the offense, and the fact that the Eagles' offense has turned the ball over 8 times already on the season. Despite the struggles, the Eagles had an opportunity for a win last week, only to tie the Bengals in overtime. They could not even beat the Cincinnati Bengals. The 49ers, Nick Mullins stepped in for the injury. Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. He played great. He's completing almost 70% of his passes. Last week he threw for 343 yards. While Garoppolo and Mostert remain out, tight end George Kittle will play on Sunday. It's an interesting matchup. The Eagles have 4 wide receivers who are listed as questionable going up against a 49ers secondary that has 3 DBs listed as questionable, and that's not even counting Richard Sherman, who has been out. The Niners, though, have shown that they can win despite the injuries. I look for more of the same. I think the Niners' depth here wins out, and I have the Niners winning.
Now, Steve, the Eagles and Niners are not rivals, but I bet you'd agree with me they're more of a rivalry than the Bills and Raiders ever were.
Oh, my gosh, I'm telling you.
Right? Just a little bit more?
I would give you more of a rivalry, but not by much.
Yeah, exactly.
There's really not much of a rivalry there either.
I understand. It's just
swear.
slightly more than nothing never.
Oh, my God. That's nothing, never.
Steve, have a great weekend. We'll talk on Monday morning.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, thanks.
That is Steve Nicholson.
Woo.
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Our pigskin picks
Team John bitches.
Cheats bitches.
are posted at radradio.com.